Hello, and welcome to my channel today. So I want to show you all how I use ChatGPT in my day-to-day work. I know a lot of people have been wondering what is ChatGPT and how is it being used? How practicable is it? For some people, they just think that ChatGPT is just one of those things. For students, they always think it's just a way to get the work done fast, maybe something for you to cheat in exam with. But that is not what ChatGPT is. ChatGPT is a tool that can actually help to improve your productivity. I am in the IT field. I'm a DevOps engineer, but I use ChatGPT almost on daily basis. ChatGPT has become my personal assistant. So it will kind of be daft for anyone in this generation to say he or she is not using any AI tool. ChatGPT is just one of the AI tools that I'm using. I have so many of them, both the paid and unpaid versions that I'm using to make work easier. It's not going to make me dull. It's not trying to say that I'm lazy. Rather, it will help to improve my productivity. What is the essence of being in one project for 1 month when you have a tool that can get the project done in 1 week? Because what companies are looking for is fast deliverable for you to be able to meet the increasing demand of their customers. But you say, oh, I just want to make sure that I use my brain to write the code one after the other. I have to be looking for the functions and all these things to bring it together. I want to write it from the scratch so that I'll be sure that I'm the one that did it. But one thing we fail to understand is that there is nothing you're trying to do that has not been done by somebody else. So why spend so much time in that? This world that we are, there is nothing in this world. Like human being is not creating anything. We are not creating things. Rather, we are inventing. We are just finding easier and better ways to do things. And that is what ChatGPT and many other AI models are trying to help us to do. So it's really time for people to embrace it. So for me, I have embraced it fully. For the past 2 years, I've been using a lot of AI tools, a lot of them. I doubt if there is anybody in the IT field today who is not using AI. If you're not using AI, then you are joking. Every time we keep hearing that AI is going to replace human beings. AI will only replace human beings who do not know how to use AI to make their work efficient. But if you know how to control the AI, how to use the AI to get the best out of what you are doing, I'm telling you, the sky is going to be your starting point because you will be able to control AI. AI is just a robot. It cannot function without human input, no matter how we want to do it. Even the AI is built by human beings, and these AIs are built on top of AI. So the earlier you embrace it, the better for you. So today I'm going to show you what I do, what and how I use AI in my day-to-day work. Today we are trying to explore new terms, right? Trying to learn new things and see what we can do. All right. So let me go to here. So today I want to talk about Lambda, for example. Assume that I don't know anything about Lambda. Lambda is an AWS service that you use both 3 and Python to write. Like I'm a DevOps engineer and I say, I don't know what Lambda is. I don't even know what. Okay, let us not go to Lambda. Let's go to Python. As a DevOps engineer, every now and then I hear about Python is good. You need to learn scripting. You need to learn scripting. Initially, I found it hard to bring a connection between Python and DevOps. Now, if you're in that position, come with me. Let us see how we are going to demystify that concept, how ChatGPT can help me to understand what Python is and why I need Python in my work and how I can use it to better myself, so to improve my productivity and efficiency. So the first thing about ChatGPT is that you have to learn how to prompt. That is where your creativity comes in. If your brain, there's nothing in your brain, I tell you, you cannot use any of the AI models. So that is why you need to develop your critical thinking, because that is what will help you to get the best out of AI. If you cannot think, if you cannot ask questions, it's just like in a class. When we were growing up, we used to hear that students who ask smart questions, who ask a lot of questions, they are the smarter students because they're able to prompt the teacher to get more information, to demystify a concept. But a student who doesn't ask questions, most times they are the dull ones. They don't even learn anything. So if you don't know how to ask questions, you cannot be so effective with ChatGPT. But not to make you feel discouraged, one good thing is that ChatGPT equally can help you to learn how to ask critical questions. By the time you start using it often and often and often, you get to learn how to ask intelligent questions. So today, let us demystify Python for DevOps. Okay, hello. I am a DevOps engineer. I have a particular concern. I notice that most job descriptions for DevOps ask for Python skill. Python skill. I must admit that I am really finding it hard to understand the place of Python in DevOps, or what I can do in DevOps with Python skill. I really need to understand the why. Don't bother, don't worry yourself about this. ChatGPT is able to infer what you're talking about. You see how I didn't just say, tell me about Python, but I just say, or even, let's even try this. Let's just say, let me take this one off. Let's just start from simple one. Oh, okay, let's just leave it here. So I didn't just start by asking him, tell me about Python. Rather, I scoped it to where I am. I first told him that I am a DevOps engineer. That will help him to understand who I am and the context that I want him to tell me. Now, and I'm now telling him that I need to understand the why of Python. Let us see what he tells us. Okay. Looks like the network is not really friendly today. When you have something like this, you just come here. I always refresh. Okay, let us see what it's going to give me. Okay. You see, Python plays a significant role in DevOps because it enables automation, scripting, and integration between tools, which are the core DevOps practices. Here's how Python is typically used in DevOps. 1. Automation. Python script can automate repetitive tasks such as setting up servers, deploying applications, managing configuration, and provisioning infrastructure. Configuration management tools like Ansible use Python extensively. Python is often used to create scripts that manage infrastructure resources. You can use Python for logging, to be used to pass logs, monitor system, and even create custom monitoring solutions. Python script can facilitate tasks in CI/CD pipelines, such as writing custom Jenkins plugins, creating test and automation scripts, and integrating multiple tools. Many DevOps engineers write custom utilities or tools using Python to bridge gaps between various scripting. So he has said all these things, and I'm still looking at it. It's still not making so much sense to me. I'm still finding it hard to connect. Then I'll come back. Let's come to automation. I am still finding it difficult to connect. So let me use infrastructure. I use CloudFormation as infrastructure as a code. How can I bring in Python here? What can Python help me achieve here? Now, I know all these things he mentioned, I know what they are, but I'm still trying to connect Python to them. And now say it. I'm still finding it difficult to connect. I use class formation as IAC. What can Python help me do? Say, using Python with cloud formation expands your capabilities in infrastructure as a code by adding flexibility, automation, and advanced features that go beyond the limitations of plain cloud formation templates. Here's Python, how Python can complement your use of CloudFormation. It says dynamic template generation. CloudFormation templates can become complex and repetitive, especially with large infrastructure. Python can help you generate templates dynamically based on input parameter, project requirements, or environmental settings. Use libraries like Troposphere to write CloudFormation templates pragmatically in Python. With Troposphere, you can define resources as Python objects and generate the JSON YAML cloud formation template. You now see, it just gave me an example now. Using Troposphere. From Troposphere, import template, T is for template, TR resource, S3 bucket, and then print. It said this creates YAML template for an S3 bucket dynamically. Let us now ask him, what do you mean by dynamically? What do you mean by dynamically? He already has so many things that it says orchestration and automation, post-deployment automation, custom validation and testing, cross-stack integration, and then and I said, what do you mean by that? So when I say dynamically in the context of Python and CloudFormation, I mean the ability to create or modify CloudFormation templates or deployment based on changing inputs, conditions, or environment without having to manually write the template each time. Python allows you to introduce logic and flexibility that CloudFormation itself doesn't natively support. Let me break this down with examples. You see where the good part is. Let me break it down with examples. It now says, adapting to input parameters. Suppose you need to deploy resources that vary based on the environment. Example, dev, staging, production. Specific project requirements. You say, okay, see, suppose you need to deploy resources that vary based on environment. So that means you have the same resource, but you are deploying in different environment, dev, staging, and production. Specific project requirement. Example, different instance type or number of resources. With Python, you can generate templates that adjust based on user input or configuration file. Avoid manually duplicating and modifying statistic templates for issues. For example, instead of writing separate templates for dev, staging, and prod, you can use Python to dynamically generate the right template based on an environment variable. You see the template that he giving me. It has staging. If environment is equals dev, T2 lash. Okay, no, this template now say I understand it a little bit, but even assuming I don't understand, I will now tell him to explain all these line by line, but at least I understand what they're saying here. Say the T is for template, the create environment, T for template, instance type T2 when the environment is dev. If it's not dev, it should use T2 lash. My instance type, then generate a template for the staging environment. Staging template for create template print. So now, the output for staging EC2 instance T2 because it says staging. It already picked up staging. It's a generating reusable components. You can dynamically create similar resources like this by looping through a list of input. So now it has now showed me, but the next thing is I'm using CloudFormation. He's telling me about Python. How do I even connect it? That's another thing. That's another confusion. I have seen what I can use Python do, but I am deploying with CloudFormation. in the cloud formation, how do I now pass this script? I have to come. So this question that I'm asking you now is what I'll be asking ChatGPT. I don't seem to understand. Okay. Now, it is making a little bit sense. But my understanding of cloud formation is writing JSON or YAML file. In this case of trying to automate or make it reusable with Python, how then do I pass the Python function? How do I connect it with cloud formation templates? See, great question. To connect Python generated cloud formation templates to AWS infrastructure, you typically need AWS SDK for Python. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you understand how Python fits in. Can you imagine that? It's like, I don't know anything about, oh God, what happened? So I have no idea. I don't understand anything about Python and the what is it called? Python and cloud formation. Python and I have no idea. But now you see how it is taking me step by step. You say, here is a step-by-step guide to help you understand how Python fits into the process and deploys template pragmatically. So it's like I have a personal, it's like this thing is normally what I will pay somebody to teach me, and then I will sit and listen to the person. But this is answering the whole question without judgment. Even the dumb questions, the daft question, you answer me. You now say, write cloud formation templates in Python. You see, this is another thing. Say, write cloud formation templates in Python, which I was like, oh my God, can cloud formation templates be written in Python? I thought it's just JSON and YAML. Now I say, using Python example with libraries like Troposphere or plain Python script, you generate the cloud formation template or YAML template. Look at it, give me example of Python, save the template to a file. Once the Python function generates the template, you can save it as YAML or JSON file to pass it to CloudFormation. You see, it's showing me how to write it. I'll use it to generate this. I save it as a JSON file. This file is now a valid CloudFormation template. You can use it just like any manually written YAML or JSON file. To be sincere with you, I don't know about this. To be sincere with you, I have no idea about this particular function here. I know Python, I do certain things with Python, but you see, using Python for cloud formation, I have never tried it. And I just learned that now. Now, use Boto3 to deploy the template. To pass generator template from Boto3. He said this library allows you to interact with AWS services pragmatically. Initialize a cloud formation using Boto3, load the generated template. You see how it is giving me step by step. The step by step may still look kind of strange. Then I now say, okay, you're talking about Python. I'm working on VS Code. As a matter of fact, I am new. I want you to walk me on step by step how to do this project. And I say, okay, thank you so much for your help. Now, I want to do a test. I want to launch EC2 instances that can I want to launch EC2 instances in different environments. My IDE, IDE, Integrated Development Environment, is VS Code. I want you to walk me through, as a new DevOps engineer, how to practice using Python to generate this. Say thank you so much for your help. Now I want to do a test. I want to launch EC2 instances in different environments. My IDE is VS Code. I want you to walk me through, as a new DevOps engineer, how to practice using Python to generate this. All right. He said, that's a great way to practice. I'll walk you step by step on how to launch EC2 instances in different environments. Dev, staging, production, using Python to generate CloudFormation template and deploy it. You know, I say, CEO is now telling me step by step. Step 1, install Python. He gave me command to install Python. I'll just copy it. Originally, I have VS Code. Yeah, this is my Visual Studio Code. Then I have to start, but I don't want to go to this area, but I don't want to do the practical here now. So that's my VS Code. Now say I will install pip, install, or either VS Code, or I can use my terminal, whatever, but I'm not going there. You install your Ubuntu 3, configure AWS credentials, open VS Code, create a project, example EC2 launcher. Inside the folder, create the following files: main.py, requirement.txt, install Python extension. Step 2, write the Python script. It gave me the scripts. We will use troposphere to define EC2 instances for dev, staging, and production. Then copy. I will have to copy this thing, copy to deploy the template, create a script to deploy the generated, a code to deploy, create a script to deploy the generated template. You see it? You see how run the script? He even told me how to run. Python main.py, deploy the template, Python deploy start.py. You see, this will launch the CloudFormation stack to create the EC2. Verify in AWS management console, test for other environments. You see, optional requirements: refactor to use command line argument, integrate all steps, error handling. You see, this is how this thing he just did now. I will go to my VS Code and start doing it. If I run into problem, I will come back. Either I copy the problem and come back and say, I have this problem. How can I solve it? For example, now, maybe it says AWS configure. This is a daft question, but I will ask him about it. AWS configure. As if I am novice. I don't know anything about DevOps. I say, I don't know what that means. I don't know what this means. This is a daft question that if it is a teacher, the teacher will be like, what do you need? You say, AWS configure saves your access keys and secret access keys to configuration file. It sets the default to this. It defines the default output. This configuration allows Python scripts to authenticate. It now showing me how to do it. If you haven't installed the AWS, download and install for Windows and for Mac. Verify the installation. Get your AWS access key. It's now showing me how to get it. Go to your management console. Sign in. That is not what we're doing today anyway. Oh my God. Go to your management console. Navigate to IAM and Identity Management Center. Select your user in the security credential. Like, you see how it is taking you step by step. You see, example interaction. Look at, even showed you what it will look like. Verify AWS S3 use the credit. Like, it is taking you by the hand, one after the other. I tell you, Python is a tool that I'm just learning how to use. But even in this CloudFormation that he's talking about, I've never used Python in CloudFormation. I just learned this now. This is the power of what AI can do for you. Generative AIs can do for you. ChatGPT, Cursor AI, Gemini, and so many of them. This is the power of what they can do. So if you are a student and you are not harnessing this power, I don't know why you are wasting your time. This thing now, I don't need to go to school. This is something you need to pay people. You need to go to school to learn. But there's no way you can learn everything. Sometimes you don't even have the time, but you sitting down in your computer, prompting this, summarizing it for you, you get ahead of others. You get ahead of others. The world is evolving. The AI has come here to stay. So the earlier we embrace it, the better for us. There's nothing keeping you. Some people say AI, ChatGPT makes people lazy. It doesn't make you lazy. Because if you are the kind of person that just go and do copy and paste in AI, you are just killing yourself. You're not helping yourself, because copy and paste can never give you the exact result. Assuming you just copy and paste that I'm doing here, I come here, I don't even know, maybe my brain is not working well, I don't even know how to prompt. The next thing I will start asking him, what is let us try another prompt now. Let us learn this in another way now. Let's go another place. Let's just say it's still Python we are talking about. And I'll say, what is Python? Explain Python to me. Oh, my meeting was soon in. Gosh, how did I get here now? Explain Python to me. You see, you look at it starts telling me the things that I don't even need. Start explaining high-level interpreted programming language that emphasizes simplicity, readability, this is not what I need for crying out. This is not what I need. I don't need definition of Python. I'm not going to write the exam. Ease of use, versatility. You see, all this grammar that you are seeing here, web development, Django, data analysis, machine learning. This is not what I need. Some people, this may be what they need, but me, how does Python work? Python's role in DevOps. Why should you learn Python? He even tried DevOps because he has already gotten memory of the kind of thing that I always search. He already knows that I'm a DevOps engineer. That is why he included DevOps. If not, he will not even include DevOps. Be giving you random things because you don't know how to streamline. You don't know how to get the question that you want. So the more you use these prompts, the more it develops your creativity. Have you noticed that teachers, after teaching, teachers get mad if students don't ask questions? She will assume that these students have not learned anything, because from learning, you prompt, you dig more, you dig deeper. So as student, you should learn how to use ChatGPT to dig deeper, not just using it to do your assignment or do just copy and paste. No, that is not what is going to help you. You may be doing copy and paste and pass your quiz, but still you cannot be ahead of your game. When the real world problems arise, you cannot do anything. It's just like even you as a student, for example, you are studying microbiology, biochemistry, zoology. Sometimes those courses don't make sense to you. I see people that will say sociology is a dead course, this one is a dead course. It doesn't make sense to you. But you like, they gave it to you in JAM. You can use ChatGPT to find out what you can do with this course. You can ask and say, I'm a student of microbiology in Nigeria. I noticed that a lot of graduate from this, they don't seem to get a job. There's no job in the country, but I'm trying to brainstorm what I can do for myself as a student, as a graduate of microbiology. What are the simple things that I can do where I can bring in the knowledge that I'm looking for, how to transfer the knowledge I learned from microbiology into the real life experience, and it will help you. So this ChatGPT can serve as your career coach. It can serve every day, helping you to answer small questions that you don't have anybody to help you answer. There are a lot of questions that is in our mind, but you don't even see who to answer it. Sometimes your lecturer don't even have the answer, or the lecturer, they don't even have the time to answer that question. So today I implore you, you have seen how I, a professional IT person, use AI, use ChatGPT every day to make my work easy, to make my work more seamless, make me to perform better at my workplace. So you as a student, you can use it to perform better as a student and also get ready for job by the time you leave school. All right. Let me know at the comment section if you got any value from this and you want me to make another of this kind of videos showing you different things you can do with ChatGPT. All right, remember I'm Assumpta. I'm a DevOps engineer. I've been a teacher for so many years, so I'm in love with students. I want to make studying and learning easy for you all. Do have a beautiful rest of the day. Bye.